Well, hello, this is Jamie Gleason with Stamp with Jamie, and guess what, guys? This is my very first video. I'm going to try to make this kind of short because I know people get bored easily. So we are going to be using Latte Love. This is a new bundle pack. You can buy just the stamp set alone, or you can buy the stamp set and the die cuts. When you buy it together, it is 10% off. That's what we're going to do today. Let's go ahead and get started. The paper that we are using, now watch how magic I am. Ba-boom! I know there's a lot of handwriting with, different things. This is to show you what I've used. We're going to be using, now with the bundle, you can also get the Latte Love Suite. With the suite, you would get all the matching paper. I did not get that. I just got the bundle, so I'm using other papers. However, I will be getting the suite because I love this stamp set. This is pecan pie, 5 1/8 by 3 3/4. Then this is from our neutrals. What's not nice with the neutrals, the designer series paper is there's a different design on each side. We're going to use the stamps set. Is this not the cutest? Look, is that the cutest little thing? I love it. For the yellow, I used Daffodil Delight. And on this one, I used, boy, my fingernails. I don't have, I'll just go like this. We used Old Olive. And then I used some black pencil. As you can see here, we're going to be using colored pencils with the blender pen. I really like the colored pencils. I sometimes use the blender pens, but for right now, I like these. I'm just getting started, so I don't have a lot of the blender pens. Let's go ahead and get started. Now with the, I already misplaced it. Here it is. We want to start off with a white piece of cardstock. So this would be 8.5 by 11. We cut it in half at 5.5 inches, and then this is the 8.5 by 11. What's nice, oh boy, I hope I don't mess up my nice, what I have set up here. This is, now let me tell you, I've been crafting for about 20 years, and I have paper trimmers. I have 3 right over there, and I like maybe one. This is the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, and I absolutely love it, which is why I became a demonstrator, because then I get a discount. What's nice here is we're going to put this in here. I'm not going to cut it, but I'm going to show you what this has to offer. This is the cutting tool, but if you look down here, this is the scoring tool. So if you want to score something, you would line it up like this. Boop, boop. There you go. And then it makes it so you can fold it into a card. Okay, so I've already cut the paper. I've stamped some of the items, not all of them. I want you to get an idea of how that works with the die cut machine. So let's go ahead and look at this. Again, this is our card. This is what we're going to fold. This will go on top of it, just like so. And then this will go on top of this, just like so. And then we'll have our coffee mugs. And we're going to make one more coffee mug. I did this ahead of time. And then we're going to make some beans. And then we will have a sentiment here. I'm going to look for a happy birthday one, so you might see me pause the video. I try to get everything prepared, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. All right, let me go ahead and get our white paper stock, some scrap, and of course I don't see any. Here it is. Let me get this out here. So we're going to make one of these coffee cups. So let's go ahead and get started there. All right, I'm going to go in. I'm going to get, these are polymer, what are they called? Photopolymer. So what's nice is you use a block, and then, now what I do is I put it down, and then I find where it lines up. Ooh, good. I didn't have to put my head in the video. All right, but they come on and off. Oops, that's not good. Let me just put it on like this. I can see better where it fits. But what I like about just having it on the table and then picking it up is, it's not all bendy and stretchy. Okay, we are going to use pecan pie. Go ahead and get that going. Some people close this all the way. I don't, because you're fumbling around and get your hand in it. I just do like this. That is my trick of the trade, I suppose. So we're gonna make one more of these. As you can see here are the beans that I made. we're going to tap, tap. Uh-oh, I guess that's not working the way I want to. Tap, 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 tap. And then you're going to press down. Make sure you get it in the middle. And there's our coffee mug. I do have a chamois over here. If I could find it, I would use it. Yes, here it is. It's very dirty, so I'm not going to put it on camera. I'll put the other side on the camera. This is a chamois. You keep it wet. It stays wet all the time. I put it in a plastic bag, and it just cleans off those stamps. And I just kind of do like this to dry it off. All right, so now we're going to start coloring. I'm going to use, and here are the pencils that we use to try to get them all nice and neat. We have Early Espresso, Old Olive, Daffodil Delight, Calypso Coral. So we're going to use Calypso Coral, excuse me. And all I'm going to do is color it. Oh, how easy is that? Let's see. Should I zoom in? I don't want to make you guys dizzy. Okay, let's see. Make sure you can see me. And that's all I do. Do I make sure it's in the lines? No, not really, because it's okay if it's not. There. Some people use their blending brushes. Blender pens. Like I said, I don't have all the blender pens, so I'm just going to use I'm going to make this darker because it's kind of shadowy. Everywhere that there's these lines, I just think, oh, well, maybe it's supposed to be darker there. All right, so there's the pencil. Yeah, I could have maybe fixed that. This is called the blender pen. So a blender pen, different from a blender brush, and it has, two sides. They're the same. It doesn't matter. If one gets dirty, use the other side. Also, you can just do like, oh, that is dirty. Okay, well, let me get all that off. Okay, there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is kind of blend. You'll see this fade a little bit, and it looks, well, that's a mess, isn't it? And it'll look like, kind of like watercolor. Yeah, maybe, sort of, kind of. And you just come along. But wasn't that easy? Wasn't that just, not much right there? And then you can wipe it off again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in and just darken those areas up. I'm not going to blend it. I'm just going to darken it. There we go. That's pretty. I do have one thing I'm going to go over here. Hopefully you can still hear me. This is called what is this thing called? A color lifter. Okay. It doesn't lift the color. It's actually white. But see this color, it was a little bit outside the line. So I'm just going to do this. Maybe it erases it a little bit better. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe I made it worse. Okay. That is the color lifter. All right. Let's put the pencil back. And what am I doing now? Yes, we have to stamp the inside. We're going to go ahead and make another heart. The other one was I don't know, it looks like a fern. Let's go ahead and make the other heart. And we're going to pick it right out of here. Take this one off. And put this one right here. I might have to get my head in the middle of the video. I apologize for that. I'm going to go ahead and use for this one, oops. What should I use? Should I use the pecan pie still? Yeah, I'm going to use that. And we're going to tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. I might have to, my head, I have to look, hold on. This is going to be tricky. And there it is. Okay, very good. Got my chamois, sham. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's probably very annoying, isn't it? Okay, then I'm going to put these, I'll just put these right here for right now. I wouldn't advise that usually, just to leave your things there. Now on these, I came in with the black. It doesn't really look all that great, but I don't care at this point. I'm just, not that I don't care. I like my card. I just, doing what I'm doing. Yeah, basic black. And I can always, I can do like a little blend with it. I don't know. I saw a picture of this. I wish I could take credit for all the cards I make, but I can't because I can be creative, but with the Stampin' Up, oh, I forgot to mention I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I think I just banged the phone. With Stampin' Up products, I used them 20 years ago. Ooh, that makes me sound old, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and blend that in. See, it just smooths it out, right? Kind of. But I saw on the picture, the one that I saw, it was on Pinterest, that this was black. Now, if I were making this up, I don't know that I would have done black. And what I probably should have done is just change it to what I wanted. But I don't know. It looks good. Oh, let me do this again. I can see me coming in and making something black when it's not supposed to be. All right, let me back up the, oh, that looks good through the phone. Okay, let me, oh, now you can see all my mess. Let me go like this. Okay. Oh, I forgot to color the beans. And I forgot which color I'm using the beans. I think, yes, beans. We're going to go ahead and use, this is early espresso. So let's go ahead. And again, it doesn't have to be neat. I just do, you know, kind of color it in, you know, do some spots. That's what's nice about handmade cards. You know, there's going to be more errors. Okay, now I can't see, so now we're going to pull that. See how we just pull that dark and it makes it light over here? I don't know. Does that look like a bean? I hope so. But, you know, do a couple of these and then come in. It doesn't take a whole lot. Now, if I were to see that on a card, I'd go, oh, that is beautiful. I wonder how they did that. Let me make this brown. But then when you do it, it's like, oh, that was nothing. That didn't take much time at all. That didn't take much skill. All right, so now let's close this. Let's not get our fingers stuck on it. Put that out of our way. Now we're going to use our die machine, our what is that thing called? Die and embossing machine. Let me go ahead and move some of this out of my way so I don't get my hands wet. Okay, the die cutting machine, which is during June 2024, is on sale, 10% off. I can't remember the actual price, but it's $100 and something. Let me back up. Let me bring this out a bit. Oh dear, you're seeing my mess. That's okay. So what we're going to do, and it tells you what you need. So if you're working with dies, it tells you here, okay, oh, I'm so sorry. I want to use, this is die cutting instructions. These are for the embossing plates where it makes the paper puffy, which I love the texture. And it tells you, okay, you're going to use plate 1, 2, and 3. Well, this is plate 1. This is plate 2. So I'm going to put this here. Then I'm going to put this here. And then there are 2 plate 3s. I'm going to put 1 on the bottom. I'm going to put what I'm die cutting here. And then I forgot to get my die cuts out. So let me go ahead and get those. And we're cutting out the mug. Let me just kind of throw it on there. And, oh, this must be the bean. Oh, excellent. Oh, these are the beans. I didn't use them yet. So let me back this out. Oh boy, this is going to be tricky because I've usually when I see people do this, okay. Get off there. Okay, now my glasses are falling off my head. All right, there. Sheesh. Normally, what I see people do is they'll tape this down so it doesn't move. But I saw someone recently, she doesn't tape it down. Let's put this in the right way. We want the ridges up high. Okay, well, let's go for it and let's see. Let's see what happens. I think that goes like, I don't know. How does this go? Like that? Oh yeah, that looks good. My hands are kind of shaky-ish. It's not shaky, it's just, boy, oh boy, I don't think that's right. So, oh, there we go. Now we got 1 bean. Good grief. Oh, now I messed this one up. That's why people tape them down. I'm going rogue here. I'm just really, I don't know. Okay, let's see what we get. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit, right? That's what my teachers always said. Okay. Holy cow. Let's put this on top. Let's cross our fingers. Nothing moves. Oh, good. It didn't. Okay. So now we're going to crank this out. I know years from now they're going to have one that does not cranky. Actually, they still do, but not Stampin' Up, but they're out there. But Stampin' Up, and we're going to look back and go, oh my gosh, look at that person. They hand cranked it. Now, normally you'd put your hand up here. I'm going to go back oh no, I'm not going to go back the other way. I could really screw the pooch on that one. Oop, there's my paper. All right, let's see what we have. See if they work. Hey, it did. It did. Look at that. There's the coffee. There are the beans. And then there are the dies. And let's get this out of the way. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna get these out. I think I lost a bean. Oh, there it is. I didn't even know that's what those things were. I didn't know they were beans. Okay. Oh, let me get my stamp with Jamie. You don't want to forget who I am. And if you want to shop, go here, jamiegleason.stampinup.com. And let me straighten that out a little bit. Okay, so now we are going to construct our, oh, forgot one more thing. I know this is getting messy. I apologize. But, you know, life's messy, right? One thing I'm going to do is we're going to stamp splotches. So it looks like coffee spilled. So let me sit back down and get my, okay, you're going to hear some banging and falling. And where's the splotch? Here it is. Oh, this is stained because I used a blender pen, which I shouldn't have done. This is not a blender pen. This is a blending pen. Well, no, that's the color lifter. But they look like this. Never do this. Never. You're going to use an actual marker. And where's the marker? I don't know. All right, so we're going to use some early espresso again. And we're just going to tap, 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 tap. Yes, I do say tap, 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 kind of all over the edge here. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, let's get our chamois over here. I'm going to wipe that off. And then, oh, this time I did do it that way, huh? Now see, watch. When I try to close it, it's going to get on my fingers. Oh, there we go. See, there it is. These are new. That's why. They're brand new. All right, let me show you something. If you don't have the, where is it? Is this it? No. Where'd it go? Well, if you don't have the stamp pad, right? You don't have the stamp pad, you can get one of these Stampin' Right markers, and you can actually color this. I use, can you guys see me? The kind of the pointy side there. And I just do this. Hopefully it'll work and it won't stain like I did earlier. That's okay. You know, we're always going to mess up something, that first dent in the car, right? Now, this takes longer, you know, once I get more ink pads. But if you were just starting out like I am, and you don't have all the ink pads, maybe you don't want to spend all that money right now, then you can just use your markers. That's good enough. Put a couple over here. Put a couple, yeah, here, because this part won't really show, but the edges will. Okay. Put one here. You can even do it twice, and it's even lighter. All right. I think we did a little overkill on that. That's okay. All right. Let's put this card together. I think I have all the pieces. So again, I put, this is pecan pie, and we're using the Latte Love. There's our splotcher that we used, and we used early espresso, and then oh, I forgot to tell you, we used, what did we use? I wrote my own label because I can't see this tiny writing. So it's Smoky Slate. That's what we used. Okay, let's go ahead and get some adhesive. And sometime, I don't know if you can hear me. I have a microphone on, but I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hopefully I don't sound like I'm very far away, but I'm looking for something and I can't find it. Here it is. Here it is. I found it now. All right, we're going to put this together. I've got all my handy dandy adhesives. This is liquid glue. This costs $6. And you might be thinking, $6? I'm not paying $6. I do pay $6 because this is so sticky. It will not, when you put this paper on here, it will not come off. All right, so let's go ahead and do that now. And we're going to just put glue on the back. Now this takes some doing. I do it. There we go. See, easy peasy, not a big deal. And I'm just going to center that right here. There we are. You see me? Oh, let me back up just a bit. All right, so now we're going to put the cards. Oh, I forgot the sentiment. I think I'll put the yellow one in the middle. I'll put it like that. Maybe that one here, and maybe, I don't know. Let me move that one over like that. And then maybe like that, kind of 3 like that. Once you have these done, you can put them whatever way you want, you know. You're not going to get in trouble by anyone. All right, more glue, sticky glue, sticky glue. Put that one. Sometimes, you know, you can really overthink things, or at least I can. I could sit there and say, oh, okay, I want this one just like this. I want the handle. I want the over. You know what? You can't, you shouldn't over, well, I'm not going to say what you should or shouldn't do. Oh, you know, I should have used oh, see, I should have used dimensionals. That's okay though. All right, so there they are. The thing about blender pens though, you don't want to use too much with the water, with the color pencils, because if you use too much, the paper starts kind of curling up, so it's like water. All right, let's get those beans down. And one thing I did forget to prepare is I'm just going to put them wherever. Holy moly. This is, oh, look, I can go like this and I can pick it up. Look at that. I'm learning all kinds of tricks. And this stuff, I'm telling you, it is so sticky. It's crazy sticky. Now, this bean didn't cut out very well, but you know what? It doesn't matter to me. There. All right, one thing I did forget is the sentiment. So I'm going to, oh, my bean came off. I lost my beans. Hold on just a second here. I'm so sorry that I didn't have this already. So I'm going to have you know what? I want this to kind of go on top like that. And yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to pause the camera right now because I need to go get some things and I'm not sure what color. I've got to think about this, got to think about that. Actually, you know what? I know what color I'm going to use. That sound was my chair, not something else, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. I like this color. I think that looks pretty with it. So we're going to stamp something on there. How about Hello Friend? That's one of our stamp sets over here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video because it is going to take me a little while, and I'll get right back. I'm back. I found something that says Hello Friend. That comes from a different stamp set from one of the kits. So we're going to put Hello Friend. This is for my son's boss is, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's a birthday, I think. I don't know. So he said, will you make a card? And I said, well, of course I am. That's like, if I didn't, that would be wrong. So let's see if I can get this right here. Oops. There we go. Now this is a little big, and so I'm going to cut it down. I'm thinking I'll cut across the top. Let me do that now. I guess I could do it with scissors if I knew where my scissors were. Okay, so I'm going to cut it. Let's see. First cut this top. That's too, I want it, there we go. And I'll just cut a smidge of that off. A smidge. All right, so I want it to be, you know, that's cute with that little tear, don't you think? I might just do that. Just tear it. What do you think? Love it. Actually, it's a little too teary-y. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use sorry about that, something called dimensions. And now I have to go, sorry about that, I keep leaving. My videos will be shorter in the future. I won't promise. I'm not good at promises. All right, here we go. So these are dimensionals, and they just make things pop out, right? Because they're these foams. So I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one here. Take off the tape. Now you might be wondering, why does it have that black stuff? I do that so I'll know if the top came off or not. All right, what do you think? Here or up here? I think up there. That looks good. I like it. What do you think? I could add some little gems or what have you, but I'm not going to. I could have also put a dimensional for one of the coffee mugs so it's sticking up. See how this is? I got the blender brush a little too wet and it's kind of bowing right there, but I think that's cute. And then, oh, wait, what's the rest, you might be thinking? What I do is, before well, I don't even know where the paper is now. Before I glue it down onto the envelope, excuse me, not the envelope. Where's my, well, let me look. Hold on again. That's right, coming and going. All right, what I do, I'm just looking for that card that I go ahead and I make all this first. Then I glue it on. Because if I were to glue on the paper, do all this, and then something messes up, then I've wasted this paper. So we're going to center that again. Let me go ahead and go a little bit in there. We're going to put in that glue, the killer glue. Where is it? Here it is. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get started. I put it more around the edges, kind of do like this. Then you don't want it on your hands, believe you me. Now I've gone ahead and centered it like this so it looks, you know, it's like a border. Okay, and then I get it all pounded out. Pounded out. Oopsies. Okay, then I take my bone folder. I don't know why they call it that. I have a nickname for it, but I don't think that's appropriate to share on a public forum. And there you go. Hello, friend. And on the inside, I can put whatever sentiment I want and make a personal note. I hope you like it. If you do, please, please, please press like in the corner. Is it over here? There. And if you want to hang out with me on a regular basis, please press subscribe. Thank you. And again, here is the info if you want to find out more about me. Thank you so much.